Street Fighter 6. Street Fighter 6. Fighting round. 1-on-1.
Time to select a stage.
Metro City down.
It's time to select the fighters.
Survivalist, heroic as a tiger is. Earn my stripes cause you know I'm do or die with this. Journey started young, super hard-headed. Call me crazy, but you was not my psychiatrist. Through a lifetime of strife and struggling. Be the best, that's my covenant. And I'ma live forever, that's my legacy.
Sure thing. Let's dance.
Put in work, I did my part. They like, keep on going cause you got heart. They know that I'm non-stop, I keep on pushing forward. Highly motivated, they try to say I'm overrated. If you from where I'm from, you're not supposed to make it. The opportunities arise, so I gotta take it. Too many people in my corner, so I gotta make it. I'm in it for the love of winning, spot of all the hatred. They gon' say what they gon' say regardless. Not afraid to fail, I try my hardest. Power up, the time is now, I got this. I'm on fire like the darkness. I've been a failure, I've been a success. I'm like a diamond, I shine under pressure. But life's been trying me, I learned all my lessons. I realize I gotta kill all my blessings. I'm working hard every day to be a better man. If anything ain't perfect, then I'm already a veteran. I suffer from defeat, so success is my medicine. Destined for greatness, so you know that I'm back again. Back on my feet after I fell down. Always ready for a fight, never back down. At this point, I'm fighting for pride, I'm fighting for life. Reputation on the line, so I'm fighting for mine.
Open those shutters. We're ready to fight. This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table. Puts one in the pocket. Finds the time to squeeze in above. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Lots of aggression from both sides. Both fighters are sitting on a full drive gauge. This might be prime time to let it rip. What's the play here? Uses a drive parry against the attack. The drive impact whiffs. Are they ready to punish? Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. KO. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Did well to get the buff in there. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. From up above. Smart play with the throw. A quick breather. Still scrapping for control of the space. Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. The life remaining tells us we're halfway through this match. Anti-air drops. Getting tipsy. Springs forward with the drive rush. Hits them with a stop and pop. There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished.
Come on. It's time
This
to
is
trade.
gonna kill, no doubt about it. Did not miss that chance and takes the round. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Jump. Got their eye on the air. Player 2 with the life lead. The low heavy hit trips him up. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Knockdown. Player 1 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their drive. KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. From up above. A quick breather. Shows them, hits them with a stop and hop. Oh, burnout triggered. Both fighters are out of drive. Might be a good idea to back off, but they might try something here. One mistake here is all that's needed to finish the round. What'll happen here? They return to center stage. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. What's next? Jamie's tuning up the band. Time for some fun. Flatline zone. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Throws them to negate the block. Plenty of time left. How's the match going to play out? Good anti-air. Trips him up. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Sticks the combo. The grab misses. Did well to get the buff in there. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Taking stock. From up above, KO. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Slight miscalculation on the air throw spacing. Jumps up. Time for a drink. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Getting tipsy with the devil inside. Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Springs forward with the drive rush. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. Good awareness on the crosser. Gets a risky puff in. Looking for a chance. Picks up the counter. This is going to be huge. The next punch crashes out the gate right there.
This is our destiny.
This is gonna kill. No doubt about it.
Gets got.
What a finish! Player 2 gets the win in a convincing fashion. Looking to switch it up? This is a good chance for a breather. Oh, cancels that selection. They may be rethinking something.
Journey started young, super hard-headed. Call me crazy, but you was not my psychiatrist. Been through a lifetime of strifing and struggling. Be the best, that's my covenant. And I'ma live forever, that's my label. Greatest of all time, that's what they gon' label me. Put in work, I get my part. They like,
Smart choice.
keep on going, cause you got hard. They know that I'm non-stop, I keep on pushing forward. Highly motivated, they try to say I'm overrated. If you from where I'm from, you not supposed to make it. The opportunities
thing.
arise, so
Let's
I gotta take
dance.
it. Too many people in my corner, so I gotta make it. I'm in it for the love of winning, spot of all the hatred. They gon' say what they gon' say.
Open those shutters. We're ready to fight. This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table. Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Difficult situation for a throw. That barely connected, but it still counts. Player 1 has not been shy about using their drive gauge. What's the play here? Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. You can use a drive rush like that there to maintain the pressure. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. What are they thinking here? Back to the character select screen. Must have something planned. Open those shutters. We're ready to fight.
I'm ready for a fight when it's on its own. I'm charging like a bull when it's on its own.
Give me that drama. Give me that grime. Are y'all ready? It's fight night time. Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? The combo's there. Drive rush to try and keep up the attack. Knockdown. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Their drive gauge was running low, but they use an overdrive art anyway just to show they're not gun shy. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover or are they in trouble here? Uses the target combo KO. Player 2 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Sure you can? Player 2 has a slight life lead. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Manages to block the jump-in attack. Smart play with the throw. Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. Throws a fireball. Jump. Barely blocks the jump, experiencing burnout. Oh no, they're stunned. Burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Their life is hanging by a thread. They gotta lean heavily on their drive moves now. Fights out of KO. That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances. Oh, we're not done yet. Looks like they're both warmed up. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Deal some damage with that quick combo. Shows the overhead. Opts for the throw. All right. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? The drink level's at 4. All inhibitions are out the window. All right, what's coming up next? Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Sees it coming and blocks it up. Oh, burnout triggered. Big counter. This is a critical point of the round where they just need to go for it. Player 2 intro baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Ends the round with a sick combo. Amazing. Player 1 with a big first round pickup. Can they close it out? Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Box him with a target. Opt for the free flow kicks to get a drink in. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Super on deck for both fighters. Expect to see some fireworks. Just goes for it at this range. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. Oh, command grab. KO. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Jumps in. Hits him with a stopping block. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish count. Max SA gauges. Unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. Dangerous range here. Breaks it. Player 2 is dangerously close to running out of drive. Neither fighter is showing any sign. Getting it all on the drive rush. Excellent damage on that. Connects with the throw. Blocks the low kick. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Medium kick. All in with a rush. Player 2 has a big drive gauge lead. The jump in is denied. Fights back with authority. Boots him and takes a swing. Drive rush. No legs it. There's a burnout. Looking to follow up after that part. No hesitation or regret. Hits him with that NSF double. Is it over? Will they survive? The shot pays off. Player 1 clinches the win. But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that. Jumps. Connects with the throw. Jumps up. Player 2 has the life advantage. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Corner switch means they can now go on the offensive. Both sides backing off to form their game plan. The drink level's at 4. All inhibitions are out the window. Combo with the target combo. Knockdown. Player 1 is almost dead, but experiencing burnout. What a finish. Great meat on the life gauge there. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Opts for the free flow kicks to get a drink in. Things are slow going right now, but it brings out the super art. How is it gonna work out for them? Both fighters planning something? Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. They break things off to take a quick breather. Jumps in. Jumps up. Smart play with the throw. Going in. Shuts that down with a parry. Throw escape. Checks him with a projectile. Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Drink level max out. This party's getting going on the offensive. Player 2 needs the burnout. It's set the tempo of the match to hit. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Are they dead off this super? It's too close to call. Using the super can open up huge chances for you. Quick breather. A jump closes it out. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. We're finally ready to begin this long-awaited fight. Our players look primed and ready. Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this match gonna go? Trips him up. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. No good up high. A drive rush to try and keep up the attack. decides to go in with the target combo. Knockdown. Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. If they can't escape this rock-solid corner pressure, this round is over. This is a huge chance to make capitalizes on every mistake and picks up the perfect KO. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. Took him to the corner in a flash. Gets the jump in. They were right to be on guard there. Gets the throw and continues on the offensive. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Opts to continue the attack with the drive. Super Art springs forward with the drive rush. Oh, burnout triggered. Ends the meter, hoping for a good return.
It's time to trade.
No question whether this Super Art is going to kill him. Taking no prisoners. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Back to the character select screen. Seems to be more to settle their nerves than anything else.
Smart choice. I realize I gotta kill all my blessings. I'm working hard every day to be a better man. If practice makes perfect, then I'm already a veteran. I suffer from defeat, so success is my medicine. Destined for greatness, so you know that I'm back again. Back on my feet after I fell down. Always ready for a fight, never back down. At this point, I'm fighting for pride.
These two fighters are looking more than ready to lock horns.
Fighting for mine.
HP maxed, side quests done, and the skill tree's fully unlocked. Let's get it on. Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Checking their opponent. Tries to bait him with the projectile. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. The Fuha stock to the brim. Look for them to turn up the heat now. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. Trips him up. Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Knockdown. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish count. Knockdown and player 2 can't afford this. Will this Super Art connect? This Dragon Lash Flame could be big. Oh, comes from behind to pick up the win. They took advantage of every chance.
Round 2.
Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Did well to get the buff in there. Throws them to negate the block. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. The impact doesn't do anything. Jumps in. Quick dash in. Denies the jump in. Doing some quick planning. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. to apply pressure here. Closes it with a classic corner throw. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Uses the target combo as a filler. Nails it! Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Okay, here we go. Ooh, does them dirty. Medium kick into? What are they gonna do? Player one can't use drive anymore. Going in. Somehow manages to block the jump in. Both are ready to pull the trigger on their super art. This is gonna hurt. Might burn out, but they may have a plan here. A jump tries to act quickly, but with the attack. Spends it all on the super. Not shy one bit about it.
That felt good, didn't it?
Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? King draw super art incoming. It is over.
Judy.
I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one. The first round begins. No time to save that stuff. Drops them from the air. Gets the combo. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Player one is just about out of drive after that. I wonder how both fighters will adapt to what we've seen so far. Limited resources at hand right now. Player one needs to deal with this burnout. The jump in is denied. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Decides to buff up while they can. Quick dash it. Both sides are gonna have to fight without drive. Both fighters planning something in there. Player two on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Sticks the jump in. Sticks the combo. Knocked down and Jinrai kick for a mix-up. Looking for a chance. A quick breather. Picks up the counter. This is going to be huge. The life remaining. Just go for it at this range. Kaisen Gakai Raku. Playtime's over.
That felt good, didn't it?
They're thinking of scoring big off this gauge use. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Shows a medium kick. Clutch anti-air. Scuffle. Just dashes out the cage right there. They're gonna teach you a lesson here. You play with fire, you're gonna get burned.
Shut up!
I've had enough.
And either banks it on the fireball. Player two is a force to be reckoned with. Oh, they haven't gotten their fill just yet. We're running it back. Jumps.
I'll crush you.
Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. Player two pushes the opponent into the corner. Box him with a target combo. All right. Grabs him. Player one can't let their drive gauge run out. Goes for the super art. We're near the end of the round. Can either fighter pull a rabbit out of their hat here? They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. The jump in is denied. Good job blocking intercepts. Slick anti-air finish. Player two takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Holds out with the block. Sure you can? What'll happen? He brushes that off and keeps going. Quick digs in deep to get that drive in. Extra spicy, sure you can X. Their drive gauges are looking bare. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Zones with the fire. Experiencing burnout. Doing some quick planning? The engagement here will have a huge effect on the rest of the match. Jumps in anti-air in the clutch. Medium kick hit. KO. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Checks them with the projectile. Good parry there, and we're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Maintains composure and pushes out at the corner. Got some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Taking stock. KO! Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Got their eye on the air. Who's going to start things off? Jumps up. Quick dashing. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important here. Player 1 has the life lead. Can they use it? Going in? Looks like they both want to stay out of the corner. Brushes that off and keeps going. Good heads-up decision opting for the drive impact. It's a good spot to use the super. Yo, are they actually dead?
That felt good, didn't it?
Both fighters gotta roll up those sleeves and think of something. They must have a game plan. Knew the throw was coming. Player 1 is in a very good spot to KO. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Open, drops him hard. Sets up with the jump in. That's a counter. Barely blocks the jump in. Player 1 wow reads the counter attack.
Bring in the heat.
They're gonna teach you a lesson here. You play with fire and you're gonna get burned.
Bet that.
Player 1 can't use drive anymore. Reads the jump in perfectly. Oh, burnout! Did they mean to do that? A rare chance here. They gotta do something. Aim for the shins. Player's perfect use of the corner is rewarded with the win this round. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. Looking to switch it up? This is a good chance for a breather.
Earn my stripes 'cause you know I'm do or die with this. Journey started young, super hard-headed. Call me crazy, but you was not my psychiatrist. Been through a lifetime of strifing and struggling. Be the best, that's my
Smart choice.
and I'ma live forever, that's my legacy. Greatest of all time, that's what they gon' label me. Put in
Sure
work,
thing.
I did my
Let's
part.
dance.
Like, keep on going 'cause you got hard. They know that I'm non-stop, I keep on pushing forward.
Our fighters have selected their characters, and they're ready for business. What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match. Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Checks with the projectile. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. What are they thinking here? Player 1 has them legit shook in the corner. Deal some damage with that quick combo. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Shoots off a fireball up close. Got their eye on the air. They're at the center of the stage. What happens here will have consequences later on. Spends the gauge on the drive rush. Taking stock. Right lead opens up. Gets. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Swagger step. Throws a fireball. Super on deck for both fighters. Expect to see some fireworks. This springs forward with the drive rush. Opt for the free flow kicks to get a drink in. What'll happen here? Tension! Burnout activated. Player two has the deck stacked against them. Can they squeeze out a win here? Closing it out with a super art finish. Nice and clean. Player one took no time to finish that fight.
Round one. Fight.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this match gonna go? Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. There's a corner switch. Still slugging it out here. What are they thinking here? That's some big juicy damage on that counter. Okay, they trade hits. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. Player one chases them down. Tension! In a dire situation. In there! Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Shows a medium kick. Gets the jump in. Hits him with his free flow. Player one will look to apply pressure here. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. Player two is going to have a hard time. Drive rush to keep it going. Nice, then springs forward with the drive rush. Player two has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. They're in the corner and the keep just goes for it at this range. Both fighters planning something? You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. What genius read! Shows a medium kick. Player two has a chance to win the round if they can put their drive to good use. Extra spicy Shoryu connects. Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal? Yoshinrai? They exchange blows. KO! Well, listen, when you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win. Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? Backs them into the corner. Player one has the life lead. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. That was a solid anti-air. Both players have near empty super art gauges. Whoever can build theirs up first may have a big advantage here. Goes for a drive up. They're looking to keep on the offensive for as long as possible. All right, what's coming up next? Goes for the drive rush there. Player one, nice. Sees the combo through and takes the round. Player one on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Will gain control of the match in the early going. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. Just out of range for that throw. Player one creates a good corner opportunity. Big counter. Hits him with his free flow. Gets the throw and continues on the offensive. Jumps up. Barely blocks the jump in. Oh, burnout triggered. Extra spicy Shoryu connects. Jinrai kick for a mix-up. They were expecting that drive impact. Player one needs the just goes for it at this change of sides. Player 2 is in burnout state, a very precarious situation. Hits the drive. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump with experiencing burnout. Turning it right up with a super.
Come on. It's time
Didn't
to trade.
hesitate going for the kill with that super. Did not miss that chance and takes the round. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Round 1.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done. He sticks the combo. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. The cross-up connects, trips him up. There's a wall splat, which leaves them wide open. Lots of aggression from both sides. Uses the parry. Beats off a fireball up close. Bops him with a target combo. Taking stock. Life lead is opening up, but that could still be overcome with smart drive use. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Life lead KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. Knockdown and player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Keeping them away. Jump? Oh, burnout triggered. Brushes that off and keeps going. This Dragon Lash flame could be big. Can they keep on him? Goes with the safe stuff with that target combo. Medium kick hits. Breaks those shins. Try KO. Player 1 took no time to finish that fight. We're finally ready to begin this long-awaited fight. Our players look primed and ready. Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. Can they use the corner to mount a comeback? Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. They're really being worked over in the corner. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Knockdown. Both fighters are trying to decide their next move. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. What a clutch side kick there. Now they need to capitalize on this chance. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. This gets him. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Throws them to negate the block. Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. Hits them with his free flow. Knockdown and still slugging it out at this range. Jumps in. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Gets the jump in. Opts out of the quick dash. Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. Jumps up. Their timing was on point there. That perfect parry may lead to something. Looking for a chance. Springs forward with the drive rush. It's a good spot to use a super. Scared money don't make no money. Spend it all for the Shinryu Ripper. mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Medium kick, it closes it out! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Checks with a medium kick. Smart, ooh, what a smart throw! Player one can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. We have a super art on deck. Expect us to burn out, but they may have a plan here. Player two is looking at a putting the cherry on top.
It's time
Get
to
to
trade.
the side-ho! You better not blink because this boy's quicker than a freaking hiccup. The swagger step sends a Toho burnout. Did they mean to do that? What's next? Over in a flash. Player one is a force to be reckoned with. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Projectile to try and change the situation. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Both sides have full drive and plenty of health. Let's see how things open up. Takes a trip. Player one chases them down. The jump-in is denied. Solid blocking. Player two needs to deal with this burnout. Burnout is triggered. Heading gets him. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. Extra spicy, sure you connect. Medium kick. Opts for the free throw kicks to get swings forward with the drive rush. Player two can't use experience in burnout. Knockout and player two in dire straits with burnout. Swagger hermit punch. Juicy damage. Player one needs to use the threat of the corner here. It's a good spot to use the super. This may be throws them. Breaks their guard with a throw. Here comes the mix-up. Player one is in a pretty good situation. All in with a rush. Player one needs, there's a burnout. Take that guard away, he's maxed out. Both fighters are hurting. What's gonna happen? Will this super art do anything? What were they thinking? Both players all out of drive game. Yo, Ross Super gets the tips with the low heavy. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for him.